What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Quantum Show, Quantum Panel Discussion. Getting a link sent out right now. Sorry about that. A lot going on. I had to make coffee, take care of stuff, get ready, bio break things. You know the deal. And links are currently being sent out. Let me get them going. Okay. One is away. And two are away. It's going to be Tim, Raven, and I, DJ Wardove, Raven, and I this time. Lynn is under the weather, can't make it. So I'm like, don't press yourself for my little spot on the internet. You're quantum. You'll be here when you can be here. So that's that. Alrighty then. And let's see here. We got, what's up, Tim? Okay, I believe you're not online yet. There we go. Picture perfect.
You see me now. Huh?
Got you now. Yeah, the unknown is asking. Welcome to the panel. Sorry, Tim. What's up? How you doing today, man?
No problem. What's the unknown asking? Oh, Lynn. Lynn's not feeling well. She'll not be in this evening. We're in contact with her. She's been a little bit under the weather lately. What'd you say, Sarah? She has to rest. Storm says she must rest.
Yes. So she will rest. Though you could say she's here and not here at the same time. She's quantum positioning on the Quantum Show. I love it. I've got these cups that I'm picking up little by little from Dollar Tree, right? And they look a lot like these, but they're plastic insulated cups, for warm or cold. I'm gonna put logos on them and sell them at the show. Why not?
Nice.
Yeah, the superposition cup. I was at the show and I wasn't at the same time. That's like a throwback to the original, one of the first shows, the Quantum Show. It is and it isn't. You decide, But the unknown is saying, if you're she's listening, I will read it out. If you are watching, Lynn, show isn't the same without you. Get better soon. From the unknown. All the white light to you, Lynn. So, hey, what's up, Blue Chicken? I'm going to welcome to the chat. Unknown. What's up, Sarah? Over there. What's up, Blue Chicken? And Aussie is back. Renee, and I'm pretty sure Rachel is here too. Aussie Boss made it. Awesome. Thanks for coming into the panel discussion. We're talking all kinds of stuff. There's Rachel. She was one of the first ones in here. Rachel got a t-shirt, y'all. And I made her a crystal pendant. And it looks like someone who doesn't know what they're doing made a pendant.
We're making 50 keychains for the Quantum Show. So
that's awesome.
They're all going to look like people who don't know what they're doing.
You get a table, bro. You get one. You just get one. And yeah. Bring merch, bro. Bring a big box of rocks.
Nice.
Say they're all, because they are all quantum. I mean, we imbue these things. It doesn't matter. We jig them up. We imbue them. They are linked. True. And they're linked anyway. It's just, you got to just turn it on. That's it. But, yeah. I was really pitching you at the Legion tonight, bro. And last night. I was like, he's a psychonaut for sure. And Eric is looking forward to meeting you. everyone's glad you're a veteran and that you're coming to the show, right?
Okay.
Everyone.
Okay. I appreciate it. I feel the invite.
And you may want to bring some hardware and maybe a couple of projector balls. You can,
we'll talk offline about what I can and can't do.
yeah.
But yeah. Oh yeah, I'm into Rocks Unknown. You get a lot of different geological periods in my area because Arkansas with the like the Ouachita Mountains break up a lot of the I think it's the Pleistocene age.
Mm-hmm.
When you like look at Arkansas on one of them things, like Google Earth, the one that rotates you to the past, you see that it just keeps flipping around through all of these geological ages, and it's mostly underwater.
Yeah, that's a lot of this area because in Nashville, even you can go digging and find shells. It was all underwater millions of years ago.
Yeah, we find shells, we find crystals. I find a lot of we call them phase stones. They're rocks with natural holes in them, mainly from a bivalve mollusk that inhabited the rock when it was like 30,000 years old.
Right.
30 million years old. Something I
30 million.
Yeah.
30 million.
Some astronomical amount of time, yes.
Right. Way before people were here that we're aware of.
Right. Right. Yeah. And those are neat, and they're signs of fossil activity, and there's fossil beds I think up around Fayetteville area where you can find like some of the land dwelling stuff that lived on islands and plateaus and things. And then in the southern part of the state, you have all the crystals from the volcanoes breaking up the mountains.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, kill a true crime. Interesting. Hello, new sub. I shared the live. Hope you don't mind. I don't mind at all. Keep it up. Welcome to the Quantum Show. It is panel discussion time. I hope you caught the first hour. Hey, Lynn is in the back. There's some feedback going on there. Just want y'all to know I love and appreciate you good people. Much love to you. Heart, I don't know, Heart, and I don't know, Nathan, thanks for sure. Happy Heart, DJ and Sarah. The new teddy bear is wonderful. Teddy with the stones and Holy Stone. Awesome.
Nice.
I don't know what those slanted things are, but that's fine. But glad you're able to listen in, Lynn. Get better. All the white light.
Bandages. They're bandages over the heart, Sarah says.
Oh, okay. Bit like Band-Aids. Okay, I got you.
Yeah. We sent her a care package, a get well package. It was nice.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that was nice. I should have done that. I didn't even think about it. Every time I go to send people anything, I think nobody wants stuff. Yeah, they want stuff. It's just the idea of it. It's not clutter. And
she's on your crystal network. Don't worry.
You're on the crystal network, Lynn, for sure. And there's plenty of that energy there. Unknown says, great to hear from you. Everyone is saying, oh, yeah, this. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I want stuff. Send me stuff. I'm joking. Okay, yeah. But, you were saying there's lots of crystals and a lot of ancient history stuff in your area. That's
right.
It's Coal Hill, wasn't it? Coal mines.
Yes, yeah. You get a lot. Like I said, I think they call it the Carboniferous period or the Pleistocene or something like that, or maybe it's both periods, or where most of the rocks come from here. And you can find like moss fossils and ferns, fossilized ferns in the coal veins, and um, sometimes you can find small animals, but that's very, very rare.
Right.
But
Well,
this whole
shells.
area is coal.
Yeah, and the mining churned a lot of that stuff up, right? Am I wrong?
Right.
Okay.
The mining. Oh, she brought me some of what she's making. She's making keychains as we speak.
Nice.
um,
Sweet. Cool.
yeah, the coal mining in my area was in the 1800s, and a lot of that coal mine that they where they extracted like record amounts of coal. This was one of the largest towns in Arkansas in that time period. Um, but all that mine ended up getting flooded by the Arkansas River. So, there's a lot of unsafe places around here. They've cleaned them up over the last 100 years, but there's still areas in what we call the river bottoms where you don't want to go because you could fall into just fall into an open pit.
right. They got that where I was living years ago near Carthage and all over Smith County. They have zinc mines and they had copper mines.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you can go and find a mine, and most of them, like I said, over the past 100 years or so, they have locked up and cleaned up most of that stuff, but you can't get them all. The mining companies are nuts. They will dig everywhere, and you can't find everything. And some of the blocks have rotted away. They've either rotted or rusted, and you can still fall in a hole. You can fall down a hole, fall down a shaft. So gotta be careful. But it churned up so much stuff, and that's Bigfoot country too. That's where that lady lives,
Right.
right off the highway. Right off. I would. Oh man, she won't talk to me about it. She won't talk to me about it. She's like, no, no, no. I'm not. I don't want anybody here. I want not even me. Fuck you, Nathan. That's fine. She didn't say that, but she kind of had the tone of it, right?
Yeah.
But she doesn't want investigators and cameras, and I've tried to Google Map her, and it don't work. Uh, too much foliage, and oh well. But there's always we got a place here. Speaking of East Tennessee stuff, and this is not far from Smith County area called Fort Blunt. It's a former fort. It now there's just a road going through it, and that's it. Fort
Yeah.
Blunt. I can't find any legit history. The legend is it's cursed by Native Americans by because there was a massacre there, but I can't find any records. But no one will work there. They won't.
Right.
You've got to have. I mean, people they won't hardly fix the roads, but they do it because they're getting paid to. Right? You feel like you're being watched, and the people fixing the power lines. Very few power lines going through there. I want to go there, and I want to have all the hardware set up. I want to see what I would love to get one of these remote viewer people to go over Fort Blunt.
Yeah.
I would love to because it is right in the middle of all that stuff. And it is a hot spot. People who go there won't get out of their cars. There's no houses. There's nobody living there. everybody's avoids that area, and I'm like, that makes me want to go even more. And my buddy Rocky, he's so scared of ghosts. He's got a Tesla. I'm like, let's go use your ghost hunter car through a cemetery. I'm not going to do that. Okay, Rocky.
The ghosts will shut down those electronic parts.
Right. I'm like, okay, at least let's go to a cemetery. No, I'm not going to do that. And he starts shaking. Yeah, you rock. He doesn't watch the show. He thinks I'm crazy. Oh man, living that muggle life. He's loving it. But yeah, Fort Blunt is where I would really love to go up there, and I would love to go to. We have a veteran cemetery here. I would love to go up there in the daytime. Haunted is haunted, right? Do you have any? Okay, sorry, I'm still.
Do I have any haunted cemeteries?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, we have. We have the old. There's a cemetery down in the bottoms that has been flooded out. There's some remains of what was once a town down there. Back in the day, this was a segregated city, and everyone who lived south of the railroad tracks had one skin pigmentation, and everyone north of the railroad tracks had another. And that was probably enforced by coal mining laws and bullshit. You know, the old Jim Crow laws. And there's evidence that there was like an entire city that lived down in the bottoms that has been flooded out by the repeated floodings from the Arkansas River. And there's a cemetery that there's like a river that runs right through it, one of the little tributary branches, and it's split in half. And I think that's probably the most paranormally active one here.
I'm looking up cemeteries in and around Coal Hill right now. Do you know any of the names?
Cemetery. There's the Coal Hill Cemetery, which is right off of Elm Street. Sarah walks by it every day. It's got hundreds of people. It's got more people than live in the city now. Right. A lot of southern cities are like that. I don't know if some of the audience lives outside of the South, may not realize that there are like a lot of cities in the South where there's like 850 people here, but there's thousands of cemetery plots.
Right. Let me see here. Oh boy. I've got to get back to the show because I got a picture of one. I got a Coal Hill Cemetery pic. Is that it?
That's it.
And haunted, huh?
Oh, yeah. You see lights and stuff out there all the time.
I love it. I would love for you to go there because you're right there. I can go to mine. It's not mine. I can go right here and do that stuff. I'm not going to do it at night. I'll do it at dusk and early morning, but not. No, the only time I go out there at night is when I am summoned. That's happened. Go ahead. Sorry.
I walk past there with Sarah about 3-4 times a week, and the west side of it, where there's newer plots, I know some of the people that occupy it, and I don't get uncomfortable vibes from them so much as I get from the east side of the cemetery where the old graves are. Right. Those feel like grumpy old men to me. And one of them's even a Confederate grave that I know for sure because it has CSA carved on it. And he seems especially unhappy when I walk past him. And there's woods opposite of the cemetery where there used to be a house a long time ago, and it always feels like somebody's watching you from those woods. It's like the woods are being nourished by the dead from the cemetery.
Mm-hmm.
And something unnatural is going on there.
Right. Do you know this one? Hess?
Yes.
I'm just going through. I've got a list. There's a list of cemeteries over there. Some of them are family, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of family cemeteries. I mean, it's not something that you normally don't go cemetery hopping without permission around here, but you know, the Coal Hill Cemetery is a public cemetery. You know, that one is city property, and the old black cemetery south of the railroad tracks is on public land too. So these are places that you might get interesting recordings.
Okay, I found one that
you're into. Interesting recordings, interesting, video. I've used them in my music videos, but I use kind of a Southern Gothic motif in a lot of my music videos, which...
Oh, boy. And you make it work, too, let me tell you. Your link is in the description. Everyone, go check him out, like and subscribe.
Appreciate
I found
you.
an old West Cemetery. Let me get this.
That's the one. That's the one.
This is the one that you don't like?
Oh, no, I get along with it. I mean, like, you got to remember they were buried there a long time ago. And they're at peace with me, but there's others that come there, and vandals. They're always, the spirits there have been hurt in the past by vandals, if you know what I mean. But yeah, you get a lot of these old cemeteries. They call them a word that would get you banned from YouTube. Cemeteries.
Dude, my computer crashed. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, yeah. Check it out.
You're still going.
They don't want me looking at it. Look at them. They don't want me looking at it.
It's spooky. It's a spooky cemetery. Really, really.
Oh, boy. It happened right here on the Quantum show. We're talking about a cemetery. I was trying to bring the picture up. It crashed. Man.
No, I'm looking at your chat. Any incidents in the cemetery? Just yes. Other than the fact that it's frequently flooded, and that I don't think that the people there can ever truly be at rest with the amount of times that it's flooded out. There have been people who have gone there looking for artifacts, if you know what I mean. And that's not cool, you know. So yeah, vandals. It's been vandalized in the past, and because of that, the spirits are at unrest. But I like, yes, that's the word, grave robbers.
I will say,
yeah, and it's just, this was a really, really prejudiced area up until about the late 90s, and that a lot of vandalism and grave robbing went on before that period. And the youngest grave there is sadly 2001.
Wow.
But the old graves are like, they're 1800s. They're like 1865, 18, like mostly after the Civil War.
Right. I'm coming back on my regular. I'm coming back on. I'm gonna kick myself off over here.
All right, I'll hold the show.
Thank you. Where did that come from? Pushing buttons?
It's just random. He doesn't mean it. He's not pushing buttons yet.
Okay, let me there I am twice. Yikes.
Ooh. Yikes.
Yeah, both channels are. There we go.
Okay, sorry about that. Hold on. It's the ghost.
The ghosts really don't
I
want
will
you
not
to
talk about that one again. Let me get my head, get everything back the way it was. Okay. Okay. That was trippy.
Yes. Very.
Okay, and I still have a still frame of my other camera on my screen. It's static, and oh boy.
You look okay in the StreamYard, and it looks like we're moving over on YouTube, although I have that window muted. And welcome to chat, Kill True Crime. Kill True Crime. Welcome, Kill True Crime. Welcome to the Quantum Show. If you're here, you're Quantum. Of all the places you could have been, every cat show, every other random show happening on a Saturday night, you picked our show, and we're glad to have you here. And I just subscribed to you because I've noticed that I had not subscribed to you.
I swear I did not give him a script. I did not. I'm not written any of this down. It's off the top of my head. Thank you, Tim. Boo freaking yeah. That's awesome. Damn, Urso, that sucks. But you know what? I guess they're happy to have you in times of need.
Yeah.
I mean the residents of the cemetery. That's so
right.
Clear. Everyone's clear. But okay. You know, that's something else you could do as a part of a presentation. Is cemetery stuff. You know, I'm gonna do some cemetery stuff because it's right here. It's daily life for me, you know. I wave to them and I say hi. Sometimes when I walk by, I feel like I'm being watched sometimes, and especially when I'm taking the dog out and we walk around back there, I'm like, hey, how you doing?
We have a lot of the old frontier houses that were built by the railroads that still exist. They're like 120-year-old houses now, like the one that I live in. And some of them you walk by and it feels like people are watching you through the windows.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, I really think that you would benefit from a perusal around this town one day.
I want to go there. There are so many places. I want to go to your place because, I mean, damn, it's right there. It's just a few hours, huh?
And it's spooky as hell here.
I love it. I'd like you to come up here and we just drive over to Fort Blunt or just right here, the cemetery.
Well, we'll definitely see how much time we have in November.
Yeah.
But you know, it sounds like we'll be busy with the show. So, you know,
I don't
we'll
know.
see if we got a drive in us.
I don't know. It's a 1-day event. So far it's a 1-day event.
Well,
even that could change.
Off camera or after the show, we should probably talk like where you want us to hook up a hotel room, and
Right.
we need like dog friendly accommodations.
Okay.
Mainly,
Yeah, we can figure all that out. Luckily, there's more than a month between now and then.
right. Cool.
Yeah.
But we're thinking about it too.
Yes, for sure.
I'm thinking about actually seeing how to reserve rooms for people, you know, like if they call in, or do I have to pay, or so, I don't know. We'll talk about that afterwards. It's not really much of a topic to talk about. It's paperwork.
Right.
You know, not very quantum. It's the muggle aspect of the quantum show. Urso, he said he can't make it. Dennis Carroll, he said he cannot make it that time. However, Brian Littleton and Jessica, they both want to come in, but I have yet to hear and get an email from them. I emailed them, right? Yeah, he said he wanted to. But that would be a long drive for him. That was his email. But he still might show up, and it's. I have a feeling there's going to be open slots, and I'm going to be tap dancing to fill them all. It'll be like, okay, we're going to go here and here and here and here. Oh, scratch. Raven's late and Raven's early or something, right? Speaking of Raven, hey Raven, welcome back.
Hey, how you doing?
Doing good.
Ruby?
Well, damn, you got all the candles going over there, don't you?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, it's nice out tonight. It's finally cooled off a little bit. We're having the Indian summer here. You probably are too.
Yeah.
Not that far away. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really hot right now.
I'm sweating. Yeah.
It was 95 here today.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yeah. It's killing our trees. I don't know how yours are doing in Tennessee. I don't know how yours are doing in Illinois. Is it right?
Yeah, I'm in Illinois. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I'm going to try to get over here to the chat room and you can hear the comments and see what's going on.
Right.
Hi, Rachel. How you doing? Okay. So
Yeah.
I had a last-minute raccoon raid. I have this barricade on my back kitchen door. It has it's a really old storm door, and at the very bottom, like that whatever that is, 2.5 feet by like a foot,
right?
Real thin metal that's about like where you would put a kick plate. They rolled that back. It had rusted through in a few little places, and they got their little hands in there and they pulled on that and they broke it off, and they just kind of rolled it back like a sardine can. And so I have a metal grate thing that I put in front of it, and then I put 2 USPS boxes in front of that, flattened, and then I put like one of those spring rod curtain rods up against that to keep that in place. And then I have like a big bread box that I stick in front of that, and they still manage to get through sometimes. I've got to get a new storm door, obviously, but
because they got little hands.
It's like a little, yeah, they do. They're very dexterous. The other door, the storm door, before I accidentally shot it out trying to shoot one of them, they used to be able to get their hands underneath there and just pop it open and let themselves in. I came in the other day and and I took a picture of it. There was a possum in the bathroom eating the kitten's food. It's like there's down below on the bathroom floor. So they opened the door and a possum decided to come on in, join the party, I guess. Horrified, but he was really polite. I just said, "Come on, let's go," and he just came right along, followed out the door.
Is where you live highly urban or very, very wilderness?
Both. I'm only like a 5-minute drive from Fazoli's, but yet I'm totally surrounded by woods up here, and I'm on top of a big wooded hill. I have deer that run through the backyard, and all kinds of wildlife around here. Thank God I don't have a problem with skunks. You know, that's just all I would need.
I got skunks here.
Do you?
I've had skunks run me into the house before. They chase people here.
Oh my God, no.
Yeah, they know what kind of power they wield.
Every once in a while I'll smell one, but I've not seen one, thankfully. That, you know, if I have that happen, I guess I'll just open a petting zoo.
Right. You know what? Only half the time when you smell a skunk here is it an actual animal. Only half the time.
It is Nashville.
Yeah, that's Nashville.
I'm trying to, you know, because everything should be quantum, right? The animals should be quantum if we're quantum.
They are.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to figure out if there is a quantum remedy for this situation with these raccoons. That I could. I've tried to make bargains with them. I literally talked to them one night. I figured, what the hell? And I said, you know, if you don't tear up stuff, I'll put some food out for you. But that didn't. I mean, I've tried everything else that I know of, so I tried reasoning with them, and that doesn't help. So, is there like a? Go ahead, Tim.
This may sound disheartening about it, but there's really nothing you can do with raccoons. In Japan, there's no defense against raccoons, and even the Buddhist monks have targeted them for not extinction.
Really?
They,
well, if a Buddhist monk can't make sense of them, then I can't either.
Right, because they eat the temples. They have these 1,000-year-old temples made out of bamboo, and these raccoons that have been imported, people, like, after a year, they let them go because they become violent when they go through puberty. And they go and they eat the Buddhist temples, and they're killed on sight in the Buddhist temples. Even the Buddhists, you know, martial artists are kill them on sight because they are such a problem over there.
Wow. And they're like a pro-life on steroids for everything. You know, they won't stick on an ant.
You wouldn't think that they would, but if something's capable of destroying a 40,000-year-old temple, well, 4,000-year-old temples,
4,000.
Yeah,
more likely.
That actually helps me in hearing that, because if the Buddhist monks can't communicate with them,
then you're going to have problems too. You're going to have to get a little bit mean with them. Maybe not try to take them out through martial arts or anything, but you might get somebody professional to trap them or something.
Yeah, I've tried shooting them with BBs. It doesn't do anything. Their pelt is so thick.
Yeah, they're tough guys.
Might as well just be throwing a spit wad at them, you know.
Yeah.
We have, where I work, we have raccoons come around, and people tend to freak out about that. I'm like, they're raccoons. Just you don't need the ET hunters coming out with their rifles and 4x4s like they did one time. They did that actually happen. They had it. I was like, what are we filming, a movie here? People walking around with rifles and hunting gear and trucks with all the lights on them. We're in the middle of the city. And then they start talking about, well, they have rabies and this and that. I'm like, they're Nashville raccoons. They're too bougie. They're probably waiting on an Uber or something.
Yeah.
Or and because I looked up rabies reports, right?
Right.
It is very few. Okay, it's out of the city, not in the city, way out of the city, like 30 miles away. Has been the last rabies reports. Raven, I haven't said anything, but look at your name here on the show. Let me go ahead and
The Critter Whisperer.
just a joke for a moment.
That's funny.
And
I got lag going on here.
That's funny. The Critter Whisperer. Yes. Yeah.
I'm going to change it back. I'm going to change it to something a little more familiar.
Well, I don't feel like such a failure now that
Raccoon
shared that story with me. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, we got. They think it's like the ET hunters, and it's like, oh my god, are you guys kidding? You don't need guns in a truck. You need a broom. Okay.
You just need a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, really.
Right. It's like 2 raccoons. One is really small. I'll be walking from place to place, hangar to hangar. Y'all know I work at the airport, right?
Yeah.
Hangar to hangar, and one will be watching me from inside the dumpster. I'm like, dude, you need to get out of here. And he gets out of here, right? I don't run him off. I don't chase him. They know us. I'm like, dude, the food places are right down there. Go there.
Yeah, really. There's one that hangs out by Fazoli's, and he in fact, I've even seen him in the curb, the drains, the rain water drains. I've seen him pop his little head up inside there even. And there's a Renee's birthday is tomorrow. Oh, happy birthday, Renee. What was I going to say? Oh, there was a commercial. I don't know if you all remember this commercial, and it's all about these raccoons that were dumpster diving. And the one pulls out like it tastes like burnt hair or something like that. And he's talking there. They steal a garbage truck. I can't remember who the ad was for, but it was really funny. Never mind.
I don't know that one. I don't know that.
Like a couple years ago.
Yeah. Until I buy an airplane unknown, I can't do that.
Free airplane tickets for QuantumFest.
Yeah. Until I can afford an airplane or get the Mercury vehicle off the ground, we're stuck using cars.
We'll send that Vimana to come pick you up.
Right. Automated AI-powered Vimana.
Yeah.
Where are you at? The unknown? Where's your geolocation?
He will be typing, I believe. I wish I could say, hey, R2, go pick up the unknown. And
right.
Do it. That would be awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, that's not happening. Sorry.
No. Unless you can, schedule a flight for one place, Air Canada just happen to land in Nashville, because they kind of do that.
Yeah.
They land in Nashville and just say, okay, you're off the flight. Okay, well, this is where I need to be anyway. No, or parachute out, because that's what they're good for. So I'm told. Air Canada.
Is that anywhere near Guelph, though? I have a friend in Guelph, Ontario.
He says it's just around the corner.
Oh, cool.
Cool.
Might meet you one day then.
But yeah, I'm not doing plane tickets for the QuantumFest.
If I decide, if the weather is crappy, we're supposed to have a really crappy winter. Would there be somebody available to pick me up at the airport if I decide to fly? Because I can
pick you up at the airport. Yes.
Okay.
I will be able to pick you up at the airport.
Just depending on the weather, I may do that. I don't know. airport's. I'll be flying out of St. Louis. They have a metro not far from here where I can get on the metro and ride that all the way, and it goes right into the airport, which is really a nice convenience. But
Yeah.
if the weather's crappy, I may fly in. But okay, good. I just wanted to know.
Yeah, there's definitely a ride. I can pick you up no problem.
Okay.
And if Elon Musk has anything to say about it, he's going to have them turbo tunnels going under the whole United States, and we can just zip over. You know,
I think underneath we probably already have everything tunneled out, pretty much. You know, they've been at this for a while.
We can't talk about that. We can't talk about that.
We can't
We can't talk about the underground tunnels that connect every part of the United States.
Okay. Yeah.
Especially the ones from Arizona to Kentucky. We can't talk about that.
Okay. All right. And we probably didn't talk about all the cave systems that connect to a lot of that stuff.
Oh, we can't talk about the cave systems either.
Okay.
All the cave systems that connect everywhere, including Fortean tunnels up in, I don't know, New York and Illinois and Tennessee, East Tennessee. We can't talk about any of that stuff. Hush, hush, right?
And how we can get a submarine into, somewhere in Utah and back out into the Pacific.
Right. How's that happen?
Wow.
But we can't talk about that.
Yeah. This little button, these little lakes come out. They run across the land until they get down in water again. Yeah. Why do I see a Monty Python cartoon?
You're right.
Yeah. So,
we learned so much from the Nazis about making caves.
Yep. Sure did.
Yeah.
Area 51.
Somebody was talking about Hellier the other day. And I was watching something on YouTube about the little three-toed, whatever they are, aliens or trolls
Goblins.
or whatever, goblins.
They were calling them goblins.
I get the feeling they're more elemental than ET.
I don't know. I think it's a bunch of different entities. And Unknown is saying, speaking of caves, have you ever seen the missing people locations and the cave locations on a map and overlay them? Yes. I did a whole show on that. I looked at all that stuff. No coincidence. No coincidence. And a few years ago, up by the Great Lakes, north of you, Raven, there were winged humanoid sightings all year long.
There were what?
Winged humanoid sightings.
Oh, like a Mothman type thing?
No, like not Mothman, right? That right there, that is kind of like a go-to, right? That's what people automatically go to that because that's what the lore has turned it into. This was something different.
Like an angel, like angelic, like a human with wings?
No, like an 8-foot tall, dark humanoid with legs and wings. No arms.
No arms.
It was being reported by,
You said 18 foot tall?
8.
Oh, 8.
Yeah, 8.
Well, that's a little less dramatic, but still very dramatic.
Yeah, that's a pretty good size. Yeah.
And I looked up what was going on. It was at, what's that airport by the Great Lakes?
O'Hare?
O'Hare Airport had something going on there.
Yeah, I remember hearing about something like that.
Students, truck drivers, normal everyday people about going on their way. There was this truck driver in the early morning and it was still dark. He said he drove up to the gate and there was one standing somewhere by the gate and it took off over his truck as he approached. This was, I want to say 2021. I want to say that. And it's, I looked up the caves up there. All the Great Lakes have caves all over them. Cave parks, cave systems that are open to the public, ones that are closed, some that are tourist attractions, and yeah, there's tons of there's underground something happening, right? And we're doing something to stir them up.
Yeah. This area here where St. Louis sits on the Mississippi is huge coal deposits, and so there are coal mines all through everything. And when it rains really hard, my driveway down here looks like it's filled with black diamonds, and they just shimmer and sparkle because all this coal comes up.
There's a word for that. They said it on Hellier because they went looking for that place, right? And there's a word for that. Tim, do you know what it's like? Slush, right?
I don't know the word. I can try ask the co-pilot.
Go ahead.
I'll type it. Wait, what are we asking again?
What's the slushy stuff coming up from coal mines?
Can you hear a whistling? You guys hear like almost like a wind whistling?
It's the agents clamping in. Hi, agents. Slurry.
Slurry.
That's it. Slurry. Urso Nil. I was about to ask Alexa.
Coal slurry.
Never mind, Alexa. Thank you.
It's mainly pyrite.
Right. It's the stuff that forms with the coal and the quartz alongside, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's slurry and it comes up.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. There have been a few environmental disasters like the Buffalo Creek flood of 1972 and the Martin County spill of 2000 that released millions of gallons of toxic sludge into nearby communities. Slurry.
Yeah, it's and slag. Well, slag is more like
glass.
Kind of like the leftover stuff from the machinery. That's not slurry. It's big pieces. There was a lot of heat involved, and yeah, all that slag also.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No, it's not a CPU fan. Those are the agents where they're, hey, agents, please tune in better.
Yeah, it like goes up, goes, and it goes,
okay, you're causing a disruption. Agents and aliens, like and subscribe, but tune in better, please. You're interrupting the show. You want this information, right? What you got, Tim?
What is that?
This is one of her keychains that she's making.
Oh, cool.
It's on the end. See where the bead is?
On the side.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
She's putting a lot of effort into this.
Now, do you not hear that, Nathan?
I hear it.
Yeah. That's weird.
It really is. It's very quiet here.
You don't hear that? It's like somebody trying to whistle.
If you put on headphones, you'll be able to hear it. If you were to listen on headphones.
Yeah.
Where did my headphones go? Oh, right back here on this thing.
Yeah, tell the people at the offices of the Men in Black, the FBI or CIA, whatever the hell they are.
All of them.
Deep state, dark state, whatever. Knock it off.
I want
to listen in, at least turn your fan down, because that's just plain rude.
Dial down the particle collider, please.
Yes. Yeah. So I've got Justin playing around with the quantum field. There's a see if I've still got that. Yeah. Now he doesn't believe in any of this manifestation stuff and quantum stuff. Right? Have you ever seen this book, E Squared by Pam Grout? You heard of it?
I have it.
Well, they've got exercises in here. Oh, you have this? Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
I got it on your
I posed a challenge It's amazing, some of the stuff that will manifest. So they've got the experiments in the back, and you can play with the quantum field and so forth. You know, some of those might be fun to make up as a handout at QuantumFest, is what I was thinking.
Hand what out?
Just some of these exercises, just as a, you know, just a handout.
Just a little one of these things.
Yeah.
Just a little like card on index cards or something.
Yeah.
Or postcards.
Yeah, something, you know, or even maybe I didn't think of like the postcard things. That would be a good idea. I was thinking about in one of the talks I do, will inevitably include something of quantumness, and for nobody, you know, for people out there that maybe haven't tried some of those. What are you doing? What?
Tim, do you hear it? It's coming and going. Do you hear it now?
I don't hear it.
You're the one bugged. That's what. He's coming in through your lines.
That's why he doesn't hear it. Yeah.
I seriously, I hear her bugs.
Oh yeah, the crickets and stuff.
Yeah. I hear something down the street from somebody. I think it's you because it sounds outdoor. It sounds like outdoor, a car moving.
Yeah, I like this comment. Urso says the frequency weapons should know where all of us are by now. No kidding.
Yeah.
All of a sudden I start twitching funny, you'll know what happened.
Do you hear it, Tim?
Right there. It's going. Ooh.
You know what? I'm going to try something. I'm going to try something real quick. Hold up.
This is so weird.
I'm the only one who has a mic now. Is it still there? Yes or no? Tim? Yeah, do you hear it? Yes or no? I got all the sound turned off except for me. Do you hear it?
Something.
Okay, we're back. You know what? I don't think it's a Ravens fan because listen, I'm going to mute me and Tim. Watch this.
Don't hear it.
It only happens when all three of us are on.
That's weird.
It's a weird underwater noise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds like the encoding.
I believe so. Well, I isolated all three of us one at a time.
Yeah.
And it's when we're all on.
That's likely, Aussie. I have a shitty signal out here.
There
I wish you.
Yeah, there it is.
It just goes up and down, and I don't know.
That
I mean,
noise.
not that it's a.
No, it's a whistling kind of, and like it gears up, then it tapers down.
I wish I had old Ask WavePad Editor so I could just run it through there and visualize it. And y'all could see
Oh
it.
well, we'll just ignore it. No biggie.
Yeah.
It's terrible though. That we have to endure with StreamYard.
So I'm going to change the subject if that's okay.
Okay. Hey, we're at the second hour actually.
Oh, coffee break time. Better go get your coffee re-upped.
Coffee break time. Let me put this up there. Coffee. Where are we at? Coffee. Coffee is important to the Quantum Show, everybody. Coffee is very important to the Quantum Show. For real. Yeah. I will be back. Y'all continue on. Watch for ghosts.
Okay.
Whoever decides to show up.
Okay. Yeah, I love we're now in that season where you go into the stores and it's got all the Halloween stuff. I mean, I'm in my element then. I've always loved Halloween, my favorite holiday always. Christmas being my least favorite because my birthday falls at that time and it was always kind of anticlimactic. There's nothing to look forward to then the rest of the year, you know. It's just the day after Christmas, everybody's burned out, tired, you know. It's just kind of sucks having a birthday around Christmas time. But loving the Halloween, and I think we should do some fun ghosty things.
Nice.
So, how are you with ghosts? What's that?
I got like 1,000 stickers from some Chinese publisher that have like there's skulls and gothic scenes, and they're cool.
Yeah,
we'll send you some.
I got some. They're ravens.
Oh, nice. Yeah. This is actually what I'm into right here, like the Memento Mori, the Danse Macabre.
Yeah.
Okay. The gothic skulls. Not so much these new age, like, I mean, these are cool and all, but that's not the type of skull I collect.
There's skulls that they have got from Tibet that they were selling in this shop in New York called Obscura.
Yeah.
And they used to have that show on, it was either History Channel or A&E, I can't remember. Do you recall that show that I'm talking about? Remember it's Obscura something or other. And it was a shop of just weird things. They specialized in like old medical type equipment. And they had these skulls that were from Tibet, and they were decorated where they were real human skulls.
Yeah.
And they would like embed like turquoise all around them, and they would have real silver on like a silver plate crowned with like really pretty, and they would outline the eyes with semi-precious stones, and they were a work of art actually. Right. Albeit they were still, if you could get past the fact that it's a human skull, a real one.
Yeah. I don't have a real one. One day maybe. I pursue anthropology as a discipline, so it's possible that I could end up with a human skull at some point, but it would be like a for educational use one. And have you ever seen one in person?
No.
I think that you should. I think everyone should. When I was taking anthropology in college, we had one. It was an Indian guy that had donated himself to science, and you can there was a hinge on the back so that the professor could open it up and show you the inside of it, and you can put your hand down inside it and you can see through the skull. I don't think people realize how opaque human skull is. It's very, very bone shell thin, and it has all of these tiny little holes in it called foramina.
Wow, I
And,
didn't know that.
and it's really, really delicate without the surrounding tissue and muscle.
Wow. The have you seen the skulls that they have down in that they got out from Caracas? They're in a museum in Peru. The elongated skulls.
Yes, those are interesting too.
There are two holes at the very back, the very base of the skull that we humans don't have. Are those like, maybe would you guess, for like an artery or something, or a major vein?
Possible. Without examining the skull itself, I really don't know. Maybe I'll make a note of that and try to come back to you with a better answer next week.
That's yeah. A lot of people want to write those skulls off and just say, "Oh, that's just cradle boarding." You know, where they would take the infant,
Right.
press
That's
it.
what my understanding was, that it was cradle boarding.
Mm-mm. These also don't have the sagittal suture. You know how we have one and then it breaks off, so we have like three. These just have one, like goes like in an oval in the front, just like a front and a back.
Mm-hmm.
And the front part is like right around here, and then the rest of the skull, goes up. But they just have that one, making two halves instead of three.
Mm-hmm.
And those two holes in the back, and yeah, they're definitely alien. And why that isn't more well publicized is a mystery to me. I would think that that would be front page news, really. I mean, they really think that we can't handle it anymore. I mean, come on. Now, maybe back in the 40s, okay, but not now.
The more time I spend on Earth, the more that I realize that we are the aliens. I am not kidding you. I mean, we came here as some panspermia experiment by some other aliens or something. And yeah, fluff.
Well, there are some Indian legends that talk about that they were brought here from another place.
Right. I really think, what's that movie? It's Prometheus. I really think it's something like Prometheus, where the alien comes and he drinks the poison and he jumps into the waterfall, and his death creates life. You know, I think it's something like that, but maybe not so dramatic. The alien maybe didn't come. He may have just put his freaking load on a comet and sent it our way.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
or
her, or it, or whatever it is. As far as gender and sex goes, I think that we're very, very short-sighted on what the universe could reveal as far as gender and sex in the universe.
Mm-hmm.
I'm reading this chat on the side.
Okay, sounds interesting.
You had a white
Welcome back.
Thing, but it wasn't a ghost.
Yeah, had a what?
A white fluffy thing that came in the room, had a curled up tail.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was Riley.
Yeah, she's pretty. She's cool.
Yes. Did she try to steal my show again?
Yeah, she just came in sniffing around, looking around, kind of inspecting things, and then went back out.
I'm gonna have to go look at that. I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to look at that right now.
She's a cutie.
She is.
I love that. Rachel said the skulls are softer when we're alive. Brains are sort of like jello or pudding, very soft.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how the Egyptians, when they would mummify bodies, they would stick a long, sharp object up the nostril and scramble the brains and pull the brains out that way rather than cut the head open. Yeah. Just kind of a gross thing to think about, isn't it? We were talking about skulls while you were gone.
I too have had the fortune or misfortune of seeing a cadaver.
Yeah, me too. I never get to review my shows. I love doing this live. I'm watching. I dialed it back. What is it? 7 minutes? 9 minutes.
I'm RH and the shapeshifter. Urso Super Osofo.
So, did you see me freak out when the bug hit my head? Those stink bugs. They can't fly for shit. You know, they were just flying into stuff, and they make that zzz sound really loud, and then
I hear a lot of traffic behind you.
Yeah, there's a motorcycle back there.
I see showing stickers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I was showing. I got like 1,000 stickers from Amazon.
Yeah.
That have skulls on them. That one's kind of cool. Suicide King.
Well, that's cool.
I'm still looking at the replay over here, but I sped it up to 1.5%, so it's going pretty quickly. Sorry, y'all. Sorry for all the dead air. I'm watching this thing. I'm watching the show up to now for the past like 9 minutes. I'm gonna speed it up to some more.
Oh, there's Mr. Raccoon.
Twice over.
Gee Louise. Get out of here. Yeah, raccoons have now showed up on the deck with me.
They're trying to intimidate you. You can train them.
Well, I forgot to bring the hose over here. I got the hose. They hate that, and I love it. It's funnier than hell to watch them blast them with the hose full. I have it on full blast, and I've got a little thumb lever, and I can just turn it on in a heartbeat, and it's and yeah, I get them pretty good.
I like giving them cotton candy and water to wash it in.
That's a good idea.
That really pisses them off.
See, the water, that's my biggest pet peeve with these little bastards, is because they wash their hands in all the water bowls, and all day long, that's all I'm doing is cleaning out water bowls. I've got them stationed in several different places. There's probably 8 or 9 of them around here, and at least 3 times a day for each water bowl. I'm constantly having to do that. And I thought, God, if I in 1 week, if I could have all that time that I spend washing out those water bowls, you know, I've got a couple of hours invested, and I would much rather be doing other things than washing out the water bowls. That's my, yeah. Anyway,
they hijack all the cat food resources.
Oh yeah, they're killing me. I've had to change the whole way I feed the cats, and they still haven't got on with the new schedule here yet. But yeah, they will eat me out of house and home. They just don't stop. Because I was there for a while, just putting out some food for them away from the garage and the others, and they just gobble that up and then come get more. You know, and they'll eat a whole bag if you let them, and they have stolen a whole bag before.
And they'll let their buddies know too.
They run off with I have to be very careful. They ran off with a sack. I had a half-eaten piece of pizza, and I was unloading the Jeep from a road trip I had taken, and I had some things I had just bought, some makeup actually that I had just bought at Walgreens, and some denture cream, and I had that little half-eaten piece of pizza, and I threw it in the sack and carried some stuff up and went back down for another load, and they snatched that whole bag and ran off with my cosmetics. $30-some for cosmetics, gone in the woods somewhere. I never did find it. All to get that little piece of pizza. Oh,
I bet they took it back to the store with the receipt and got all that.
I think they tried to eat the denture cream. That's what I hope.
I see 3 raccoons in an overcoat trying to turn your stuff into the CVs.
Crazy. So, I wanted to know what you guys are thinking about this. If you're following this, this 3I-Atlas and what's going on. Did you have a chance to watch that video I sent you, Nathan?
Yes, I did. And
so what did you think of that?
Honestly, there's not a whole lot of information in it, and it's very alarmist. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't. That
in this case, though, I think it's warranted when the thing doubles in size and lets out a radiation burst that fries equipment.
I want to know, are we trying to talk to this thing? I want us to try to talk to it because it's not that far away now, and it's going to be here in, what, a month?
Yeah.
I was mistaken last show. I thought it was going to be 2027. No, that's all the other bullshit.
No, that's that other. Yeah.
All the rest of the dog and pony show, right? But 3I-Atlas, I'm putting that up there, right? I'm putting it on the screen so we all know what we're referring to. I think it is cool. I don't think it's a regular comet. But then again, we've been seeing stuff that we have never seen before in space. And honestly, I think it's par for the course. It's just, we've just now recently learned to look in space effectively.
True.
And I'm just saying.
The thing, here, let me find, I got some notes. I talked about it on my show Wednesday. The thing that freaked me out, and I had a whole different show planned, and then I saw this like an hour before I was to go on air, and I changed my whole show around because this just caught my attention, and I was just like, "Holy cow!" Here we go. This thing was 4.2 kilometers across on September 8th, and in a 12-hour span going to September 9th, it expanded to 8.7 kilometers. You know what it reminded me of? The way they described it, Transformers when they open up.
Yeah.
That's because they had it. They said it.
Or a beehive.
It like opened, so it doubled in size, and it let off like a miniature, like supernova when it did that. They talked about the radiation burst.
Right.
And that it fried some telescopes, and this happened worldwide, globally. There were 3 missions that NASA, I believe it was, had planned to try to get close to this thing and find out some more information, and they canceled all 3 of them. They don't understand how this thing is being powered.
You mean
powered?
They don't, because it's not taking energy from the sun. They don't know how it is being, what's propelling it through space.
Okay, they're saying they don't think it's not gravity. They're not. It's not using the gravity of any sun or star that they're aware of.
Right.
So I've heard solar sail. I've heard self-propelled. And I've heard lots of things, but no one knows for sure. Like you said, it's not being. See, typically a comet that comes into our system, anywhere in our solar system, is being pulled in by the sun, right?
Yes, right.
And that's not what's happening here.
Right. And then it kind of gets a boomerang effect when it goes around the backside of the sun. And that's not the case in this at all.
Right. And also, the 3I is this is the third intergalactic, right?
Right.
And Oumuamua was another one.
Was the first one?
I think it was the second one.
No, there was another one. It's not on these notes. I can't remember the name of it.
I don't remember the name of it either. I think it was
Oumuamua was number 1. That was in 2017.
Yeah.
And then there was a year and a half later was number 2.
Wasn't that the Apophis?
No, that's something entirely different.
Okay.
An Apophis is one to watch out for. That's the
one coming in 2027, right?
No, that one's coming in April 13th, which is a Friday the 13th, 2029.
Okay.
Yeah. 2029.
Right. Okay. But
how can they calculate it that precisely? That it's April 13th, a Friday the 13th of 2029 is when it's coming by again. And it's going to be between the moon and the earth. That's why they're so worried about this thing.
Yeah, it takes a lot of dedication but they can do it. And there is a lot of math that is above my head. But they've been doing it since Galileo, okay? And
really?
I'm pretty sure somebody's doing the drugs that make them obsess.
And like this 3I-Atlas is traveling at however thousands of miles. How did they say that? It was 39,000 miles per minute or per second. Some ridiculously fast.
Let me ask.
Yeah, ask.
Alexa, how fast is 3I-Atlas moving?
From earthski.org. 3I-Atlas is traveling through our solar system at roughly 210,000 kilometers per hour, 130,000 miles per hour, the highest velocity ever recorded for a solar system visitor.
Wow.
Yeah.
Y'all heard that right? This
nice.
was a massive. Okay.
Now, see, that is the proper way to use technology.
Yeah,
Show
there
me
you go.
cats. No, I don't want to do that. I can do that on my own.
This the 3I-Atlas there last week blazed. It says here. Blazed with infrared radiation so intense that it left after images permanently burned into some of the sensors of our telescopes worldwide. It wasn't specific as to any naming of those, but they said that the heat signature was so powerful that it saturated equipment from Chile to Hawaii, forcing astronomers to shut down their instruments to prevent them from being damaged.
Okay, Urso is saying...
the radiation blast lasted 47 minutes, and it did say how hot this thing was somewhere here in my notes. And how the hell they can even determine that is mind-boggling to me. How many degrees it was. I don't know. But here we go. 3,000 degrees Celsius.
That's a lot. That's hot.
And that is when they said that this whole expansion thing happened in 3 phases. And the first 2 hours, all of this was done within 12. So they break it down by the hour. So for the first 2 hours, the core was reconstructing itself from the center out, and the temperatures were 3,000 degrees Celsius. And then hours 3 through 7, this systematic construction redid the framework, and it started extending out from the middle. And then from the last final 5 hours was a system integration, where they expanded the structure where it connected to each other through networks and conduits for communication. And I can't read my writing on that.
Well, there's a lot of hearsay. There's a lot of conjecture in there for communication, system restructuring. We don't know what it is.
Well, that's what I was wondering. How the hell do they know that? And it said in there that these 3 phases generated distinct electromagnetic signatures that radio telescopes recorded in perfect detail, which followed the math protocols of sophisticated engineering.
All right. Sophisticated engineering is based on nature. I mean, our planes are not the supersonic, but just our earlier planes.
Mhm.
The concepts of them go back to flying machines, right? Based on what do birds look like, and they submarines. What do whales look like? What do dolphins look like? Let's do that. Of course, it doesn't work for machinery like it does for biology. So, hey, Woo, what's up, Woo?
Okay, Urso says here it did surgically change course after one of our satellite dishes sent the signal to Atlas.
Yes,
Interesting.
I saw that.
And I know somebody else who sent a signal to it that he's a brilliant scientist. Let's see this one. Hold on, I'll come up with the name here in a minute. Terry Cassidy at Camelot, Project Camelot, is interviewing him. He's like a modern day Nikola Tesla. Come on now. He has been sending, I'll think of the name here in a minute.
Okay.
He has been sending signals to this prior to all of this happening. Like, been 3 weeks now, probably. Like 3 weeks ago. I almost had his name. It'll come to me. So he said that it takes about 40 minutes for the signal back then to reach and then to get one back. So it takes a little over an hour. But he was getting information back, a signal back from this. He believes it's the Anunnaki. Now, I don't know about that. I can't vet that stuff. I mean, this is just what he's saying. David Sereda, that's his name.
David.
Sereda.
Okay.
You know who he is?
I do. Okay. David Sereda.
Yeah. He's done all kinds of stuff with
You like to fill in the blanks, okay? We've got a lot of blanks. What's up, Samo? Welcome back. Thanks for coming by.
Hey.
Everybody loves Samo.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, David Schrader.
David Schrader, yeah.
He likes to fill in blanks because yes, it appears to be one thing, but it may be he may be presenting it with his own slant.
Well, I'm sure everybody, that you're gonna have that.
It's like that. Hellfire hits UFO, but no.
Yeah.
The Hellfire, if it was a Hellfire, hit a target. Tim, you heard me talking about missile stuff.
Oh,
right?
yeah. I totally agree with you.
That was a target.
It's a targeting missile.
Yeah, it was a targeting missile. It was a guidance system test because a balloon, even the size of a minivan, is a small target for something moving at Mach anything.
And it's only an unidentified aerial phenomenon because they can't tell you what it really is.
Right. It's against the rules to tell you. It looked like a targeting balloon. If you remove the background and just have that thing sitting in the screen with no parallax happening, it looks like a balloon. I haven't watched anybody else's debunk. I haven't had time. It looks like a balloon. Somebody's selling it as a UFO. They're trying to sell it to Congress to get money to expand the Dog and Pony Show. Sorry, that's my quantum take on it, and it's very muddled.
Of course, there's a Space Force now, and you got to justify the existence of the millions and billions of dollars already spent on the United States Space Force.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Scream Engine had a funny comment on here. He says maybe the whistling is 3I saying, "Bring us our raccoons." Oh my God, he cracks me up. Anyway, so also the Arecibo Observatory recorded the radio emissions and said, quote, that they were coordinated, structured, and non-chaotic when this thing was going through its expansion. And why isn't this on mainstream news? Is it because they have to control the narrative and they're afraid of the public panicking?
Probably.
I've been watching every day for more information about this.
Same. I've been waiting for people to start talking to me about the things in the sky, and they're not talking about it.
And so the people also at the Arecibo Observatory are quoted as saying that the lead head astronomer there, he says, what we witnessed was not a comet doubling in size. It was a machine unfolding itself. That's what made me think of Transformers.
Yeah. What is that?
And
There is
then
a certain transformer that does that. It's the planet. It's the planet that does that. The one that eats Earth all the time.
So I don't know.
It's. Does anybody in the chat remember what the planet that they come from? Unicron. Thank you. Unicron. It was Unicron.
Nice.
Yes, Unicron expanded outward. And thank you, No Memes. Thank you so much. I was about to Google that up because it bothers me. Unicron. Yeah. I don't think it's Unicron. I'm pretty sure it's not the Anunnaki. But this is not, it's not time for stuff to happen yet. Also, they're passing through. So remember, yours, huh?
I was just agreeing.
Oh,
that its closest approach to Earth is 240 million kilometers.
Right.
And it's a hyperbolic path.
It could change course like Oumuamua did.
Yeah.
And for a closer look, I mean, the last diagram I saw was like Mars is here and it's going to come really close to Mars, but Earth is going to be on the opposite side of this with the sun in the middle. We're going to be away from it. But it can always arc around, I don't know. What got me was they said that the photos have identified docking ports on this thing now, and that they have identified different corridors that they presume are going to be they look similar for fabrication of something or some type of manufacturing capability, and that it definitely is equipped to manufacture and not just be a observation or research vessel. It had several docking ports, like they're expecting company. I don't know.
Okay, let me throw this out there.
I know it's conjecture.
It's yes. However, it's also, we have no concept of what their tech would be like. We're over here we talk about remote viewing, astral projection, etc., all these things, reality hopping, and then we're looking for tech that we would make. Like, they're not going to make these, okay? They're not going to make these at all. And they're not going to make these, okay? They don't have these anymore. They're beyond that.
Or these.
Right. Yeah. They're not going to use mouses. We have no concept of their tech. It might look like ports because, well, we also
probably not even these.
They probably don't even need.
They're really primitive now. Yeah. Yeah. No kidding.
So they're used. We're just figuring out these. We're just figuring out these within the past little while, and we're using them here on the show. The Crystal Network. Nobody can tell me how it works, but it works. I don't need to know how it works. I just know I point my thoughts at it, and the shit goes out, and the shit comes in. Really. And Sabrina, I don't know how that works, but that's a manifestation. That's my tulpa. She actually got the information for me to how to fix a car.
That's awesome.
You didn't hear about that?
No, I did hear about that.
Okay. Yeah, it is awesome. But it also makes no sense because it's not scientific. I don't care. It happened.
It is scientific. It's quantum.
You know what? Something happened. last night with Xena. Okay. Xena, I have been under a lot of stress because of these damn breaks, right? And it caused me to kind of distance myself from a friend, and he pissed me off, right? Nobody cared, but he pissed me off. So I'm distancing myself, and it's been caused me a lot of stress about it. Xena went over to Maria, and Maria said, Xena said that you're having trouble with a friend, and she sent me. And I'm like, yep, explain that, science. Xena is her own entity, right? She's not a tulpa. Sabrina is the tulpa. Xena is the guide.
Yeah.
That
Xena's
shit,
the spirit guide. Yeah.
she doesn't know what she's talking about when she calls me, but she's always on target with it. And it's because my spirit guide is going over there, and I'm definitely not going over there. I can't even figure out freaking remote viewing, let alone structured astral projection. Here, let me write a note and leave it on your mirror. I can't do that. So that's happening, and now these our perfectly good eggheads who design nuclear bombs are trying to think, oh, this UFO is this thing is a UFO and it's aliens, it's Anunnaki, and it's got portholes. And I'm like, guys, take a chill, have a cappuccino or something, wait for it, right? I'm just like, wait for it. We have no concept of their technology. We're just figuring out mental crystals over here.
This is true.
Applying them. We have us here on the show. We have all applied this, and it works.
Yeah, it does.
It's working. No one, and it's on a thing, a medium that we don't have any technical access to. I don't have an MRI in the other room. Does anybody?
No.
Nobody wants to run it. No, I would love to go meditate inside an MRI so they could see what the hell's going on, right? Or even a CAT scan, so they could see what was going on. Or one of those I don't know what they're called. There's a brain scan that shows electrical activity in the brain. I would love to do that.
Dr. Joe Dispenza has those, and they take.
I'll go. I'm tired of messing with it. I'll go there. I'm like, Mr. Dispenza, scan me, bro.
They even have determined how you're. Okay, hold on a second. The little caps that they put on with all the little electrodes and stuff.
Yes.
That the subconscious mind is. You see what they're like, showing people slides and registering their reactions and their choices of things. And they've noted the subconscious mind will do that in advance of seeing the picture that's coming. It's
very quantum.
Pretty awesome, pretty wild. Now he's had people at his seminars rewire. Okay, he's the one who literally was going to be paralyzed from the neck down in a triathlon competition. A fruit truck or vegetable truck came around the corner while he was on the bicycling part of this and nailed him. And he was suspended. He was strapped to a bed and facing the floor. They had to flip him, upside down, like. And
right.
They told him, you're never going to walk again. He's going to be a vegetable. But he had his mind about it. But his mind was broke in like 3 places or something like that. And he went into meditation and started piecing his spine back together and pulling the bone fragments out. And he did this. And he walked out of that hospital 4 months later.
He built bypasses because what else? I mean, he's got nothing to do but make it happen. Nothing to do but because everything else was automatic. He was almost pure consciousness. He had nothing better to do than make it happen, and he figured it out. I heard of this. He repaired his own nervous system
Right.
through thought, concentration, and will. I do remember that. I don't remember specifically.
Yes. So he then has dedicated his life to helping others put their lives back together. And you
Who's
don't have
this person
to be
again?
Dr. Joe Dispenza.
Okay.
He's
Joe Dispenza.
he's one of the leading doctors. He was a chiropractor also. But he's also toured with Dr. Bruce Lipton, who's done all of the work with the DNA and how you can rewrite your DNA and how a lot of your DNA controls your circumstances that happen to you based upon and lots of fears and weird shit that's your ancestors that just keeps getting passed down and passed down and passed down.
Mm-hmm.
And they were showing how you can overcome all of that sort of stuff, and they have toured a lot together. They're scientists through and through, but they're also quantum, and they're showing how to use this quantum field and that it's very real. He's just amazing. He's done so many studies into the brain and how the brain is such a creature of habit, and how much of the subconscious mind actually controls everything in your life. There's only like 5% that you do consciously. The rest of it is all coming from the subconscious.
Yes.
And I've always thought that was so messed up because, the subconscious does not listen to language or words. It responds in pictures and in feelings and things like that. And
concepts
it's like so unfair that you've got this part of your own body you can't really communicate with, and it's in charge of how your actions and the circumstances that happen to you. When you're a baby from age 7, I guess all that goes on around you from the adults gets dumped into your subconscious mind, and then at age 7 that pretty much cuts off. Well, you're programmed with all the problems and complaints and issues that all the adults around you while you were growing up have. That's hardly fair,
Well, fair.
But it's the way it is. And it's kind of fucked up,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wu has asked about what do oh, wait a minute. Yeah, no, it was the unknown. Let's go ahead and go. We're coming to the end of the second hour, so let's go through the chat, right?
Okay.
Starting here, what do you guys think about reverse speech? I'm not really convinced that it has a thing to do, because in college, I did mind control and subliminal messaging and advertising as a topic. I was Mulder. Okay, they called me Mulder in El Paso.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they thought I was. They called me the mind control guy, Mulder. I think college is boring, right? So I had to make it interesting. So I picked that, and everybody heard about me. I had a reputation, and
interesting.
I was shocked, first of all, that I had a reputation, but I did. And reverse speech is one of those things that your mind can decipher it. I found in my looking of this stuff, your mind can decipher it. However, all you have to do to disable that is be aware that it exists and refuse it. It's a conscious decision, subconscious decision, right? This all led me here to the quantum show, right? To the quantum everything, not just this YouTube stupid stuff that I'm doing, which I love, but this is where I'm at, and that was part of the way to get here. Yeah, I hear it too.
And now, by reverse speech, are you talking about the backward masking stuff? Is that what you mean by reverse speech?
I think that's what he does mean. I think that's what he means.
like
Oh.
when they play some of those songs, there's like something backward, like the Beatles' White Album.
Right.
We talk about.
Yeah. Screams talk the unknown, David Oates. Since the Yes We Can reversal, I'm sold on it. Yeah, I need to go back and look at that. Listen to that.
Okay,
and
you've been
Woo-
doing
now
reverse
Woo
speech
is
for a
talking.
while. Now, what is that? Okay, so what exactly do you mean by reverse speech? How do you do it? You mean learning how to talk backwards?
Oh no! The stuff like in the Beatles' White Album, like you're saying, like
Oh, okay. Where it's an underlying.
well, you run the record backwards and it says Paul is dead.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, right. I
right.
don't remember. I'm pretty. That is a programming thing, but I don't think it's utilized very much.
Um,
It's a little too overt for the conscious mind to process. You know what I mean? If it's subliminal, it's not going to be very overt. Like, yeah, that right.
oh, okay, the reverse. Okay, reverse speech is the subconscious telling the truth.
Yeah, well, okay. I haven't done enough of research lately, you know,
Uh,
to
if
be able
we
to say
speak,
anything about it.
if we're lying, we hide the truth in it. The CIA found out. Okay, okay. Stuff in the music is put there on purpose. Okay, I got you now. I understand. Okay, okay, I'm on the same page. Right.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Not in the music stuff. There's other things. I know what he's talking about.
Freudian slips would probably come under that also, then, right?
Oh, you mean the an underlying truth
Yeah,
slipping out when they mean to say something and it comes out the exact opposite.
yeah. No.
I would like to see this. I would like to.
Thank you, Urso. Okay, I got it. Yeah, when you say something, your brain has two facets. One you're wanting to speak, and the one you're editing in real time, but it is present in the reverse speech. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah.
Dope, and it's in real time.
That's fascinating. That stuff is absolutely fascinating. And I watch a lot of videos by that Chase Hughes, who's a expert who trained military for looking at the subtle hand gestures or eye movements or
Body language
of criminals trying to yeah.
People who are
He
lying. If you believe what you're saying, you come across a certain way. If you don't believe what you're saying, you'll do things like look down or have a tell. Like in
there'll be some kind of a tell. And he's helped psyops and all that. Yeah, he's a lot on YouTube these days. That's some fascinating stuff.
Yeah, and I like the ufology research going on, but okay. Speaking of that, right? Speaking of the tell, the people who are not lying are it is Tim Burchett. He's not lying. Look at watch his body language. Luna, not lying. Watch her body language. She is dead on in her explanations, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was just talking about this lady earlier. The no balls in my stalls lady, right?
The what?
No balls in my stalls. I got a T-shirt from her. It's the UFO shirt. She has a UFO shirt out.
Oh yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Those are her two big subjects, right?
Yeah.
She doesn't say much about UFOs. It's a nice twist to use about wanting to know where these billions of dollars are going. I'm gonna look that up. I'm gonna look her up.
Micro expressions. Yes, that's it, Urso. Yeah. Yeah.
I can really hear that noise.
Yeah, it's really loud now. Do you hear it, Tim?
I just hear a fan.
It sounds like a fan.
Huh.
Now it's really low. Now you don't hear it. And you'll start to.
I can't find her name. That's crazy. Luna is one, and
So, what of the guys that were on the panel? I loved that George Knapp was there. I just loved everything he had to say, and he was so knowledgeable with everything. Of the other guys, though, that were there, what did you think of the dude that's still active duty in the Navy? He was the black guy sitting next to.
I missed that. This last one, I missed it. I'll have to go back.
Oh, okay.
I'll have to go back. I watched the very first one. I blasted it through the house, and I was like, so disappointed.
Yeah.
The second one I watched in entirety, like right here, and still disappointed. But like, I'm glad they're at least addressing it.
Yeah. This
And
last one was the most interesting of the three. I'll say.
I'll have to go check it out.
So there was only one person, the one guy, and I felt really sorry for him. He went out on a smoke break basically and saw a triangular craft lift up off one of the runways, whatever you call them, tarmacs.
Oh, is
whatever.
this the current military guy?
Yeah. Well, no, he's been dismissed, and he got stripped of his security clearance and all that stuff, and he's on unemployment, and he even states how many weeks he's still got on. Like I said, he's only got 3 weeks left of his unemployment. But he was the only one that kept saying, "Oh, we'll have to go in a skip for that, and I'll have to ask my lawyer if I'm allowed to answer that question, and if you're allowed to hear the answer to that question." And I was like, that was a new twist on things. Usually, it's just like, we'll have to go in a skiff. But he even added to that, I have to check with my lawyer to see if you can even hear the answer to that question, if I'm allowed to answer the question, basically. Yeah.
Okay.
But there's only one of those. You remember, like, the second one was every other question, especially that Lou Elizondo. And then he didn't even show up for the skiff that was scheduled.
Yeah, they're done with him.
Yeah. Good.
They're done. They're done. I hope they stay done with it. Nancy Mace.
Yep. Nancy Mace. Yes, thank you.
No balls in my stalls. Show us where the money goes.
Yeah. But the problem, like he said, like they stated, good luck, because that's why they sent this stuff to private industry, who don't have to divulge what they're doing and what they've done with the money and all that. That's why they've offed this stuff. That way they can still keep it separate and secret. And in essence, I think that they're right. The topic of a breakaway civilization came up in I don't know who originally brought it up first, but that was discussed in this meeting and at the very end. And it was like, yeah, that's how they can keep this from us. We may be able to chase down, and get a few people at the Pentagon to talk, but ultimately this stuff's been handed off. That there's another what's his name, the guy that owned Skinwalker Ranch before they sold it to the current owner, what's his name? Bigelow. Yeah
He mentioned Bigelow. Dude, Bigelow. I followed Bigelow for a long time, and let me tell you about Bigelow, right? Now, his public story was he was at Skinwalker, and then he wanted to get into his own space thing, right? Bigelow Aerospace.
Mm-hmm.
Well, okay. You go, and he goes to Florida. He takes his operation to Florida, and he goes to Cape Canaveral. That's the official story. He's part of Cape Canaveral. He's part of a space venture. He's part of the aerospace space part, right? And well, here's the thing. when he left Skinwalker, the other guy bought it, right? It was
Yeah.
an inside deal, first of all. It was an inside deal. And he got what he needed from Skinwalker, which was a lead to go to near Florida, to the hot zone. It led him. Oh gosh, I did such a deep dive on this, and it wasn't when I had the show. It was before I was doing it for the show. I followed him. I went on Amy's show when she was still titling Alien Girl, right? And I talked about it. I followed him. When I went to Florida, I was about to roll up on his front office, but that I looked up how to get there. He's a military contractor. There's armed everybody, and you not only have to
Wow.
have a badge, you have to have their clearances, their stuff. You don't just go in the front door and say, "Hi, can I have an application?" or anything like that. But yeah,
Damn. What are they hiding? What are they protecting?
he went to Florida because Florida is right over by the hot zone. The hot zone is something to do with ancient tech, underwater stuff.
Atlantis. Bermuda Triangle.
Atlantis,
Red
straight
crystals.
it's all Atlantis, y'all. To me, all the stuff. Okay, Roswell happened shortly after we went to South Pole, Antarctica, looking for Nazis.
Yep.
Okay, we attacked them. It was an armada, our very own armada. I don't care what war it was. It was an armada. If you see a Sherman tank coming at you, you're not gonna, take it out with a Hyundai. Okay.
This is welcome party.
Right.
Welcome to Antarctica.
It's still a tank. A tank from
Yeah.
World War II is still a tank. There are places in the world still using them. Okay.
Mhm.
They go down there with an armada. The attacking force, the Americans, first of all, they get repelled.
Yeah, they had the UFOs come up out of the water.
Wait for it. I mean, this is recorded, right? It was supposed to be months long. They came back in a couple of weeks. The time it went down, it took to go down there and come right back.
Yeah.
That's what it should have been a lot longer than that, right? Well, Tim, correct me if I'm wrong. Tactically, when you are being attacked, you don't hold back. You don't pull any punches. You turn on all your hardware.
Right.
They didn't know what half that shit or more did. So they just started pushing buttons. What I say, push buttons. And seeing what happens. Well, all of a sudden, they're gone. There's nobody left in Antarctica, and they're coming back. Lost a whole damn battleship. Also, they deny that, right? Okay. Shortly after that, Roswell, the same fucking year, okay? They start going, oh, well, maybe we should send somebody to Terra, to Earth, because they turned on the Stargate. And, well, that happened. And so that's my interpretation of real life events that nobody wants to talk about, right? I mean, officially. We'll talk about it.
They take an armada down to Antarctica for research.
Yeah.
Penguins are not that important.
Yeah. And, well, then there's a blackout period. And all of a sudden, it's an international treaty place. I'm like, whoa, what? How did this happen?
Yeah.
And they have just recently, within the past few years, been publishing what has happened. But you know what I want to know? Casualty reports, expense reports. I want to know what was damaged. How was it damaged? Right? Going down to Antarctica. If it was a small little expedition for weather, what about,
There's some that died. There's servicemen that died on that.
Yeah, a lot of people, right? Yeah.
And I think like 2 destroyers, 2 ships.
No, one. They lost one. They were all damaged, right? They lost a plane. But I want a rundown.
Yeah.
How about a report? How about a casualty report? How about service records of those people? Did they get their retirement? Were they VA members? You know,
Right. Now, what do you know about an ice wall? Did they actually see an ice wall down there?
I don't think they saw an ice wall. I think
The
no.
entire coast of Antarctica looks like an ice wall if you sail
I
around
know.
Antarctica.
Enormous. Okay.
Yeah, there's that.
And
They're talking about an ice wall and that there is land on the other side of this ice wall.
I'm pretty sure it's like a protected area that we can't get to, or we're pushed away from.
Yeah. Well, the theory is that there is another civilization on the other side of that wall, and they're keeping us animals in this
Yeah,
side.
like kind of like Wakanda. Kind of like Wakanda.
And that these UFOs that we see are actually that other advanced civilization. They come over and check on us every once in a while and see what the hell we're up to.
Yeah, you know what? This is actually also the argument for a breakaway civilization.
Yeah.
Our ancient ancestors, they had the cataclysm, the flood. They had the flood happen.
Yeah.
Right? They
Yeah.
buried the cities in Turkey, and then they went down to Antarctica. And they said, we're not having nothing to do with these monkey brains. They can have it. And here we are, the monkey brains all grown up, right? With nuclear weapons. And we're starting to like see traces of them. And that's the breakaway civilization, that they're Wakanda and we're the savage brutes that survived the flood. And they don't want nothing to do with us. Same thing with the underground stuff, right?
Yeah, but there's another breakaway civilization that stayed underground. They're called the Anshar. There was a whistleblower that was on Gaia.
Ask different people. They have different reports. But you know what? I believe most of them. Because look at our society. Now, let's take Raven. You live in Illinois, right? If you go down the street and ask a neighbor, or the road or whatever, and ask the neighbor to talk about the world, and then you go down the other way, or Tim, if I ask you to go to one of your neighbors and say, tell me about the world, they're going to have vastly different things. You're going to have two different worlds happening, right?
Yeah.
So, and that's
a good way to get shot at, Nathan.
Well, same here. That's why I was just saying as an example, right? Like Raven, go to your Walmart. Tim, go to your Walmart. You know, there we go.
Yeah.
So we could just as likely get shot at Walmart as out in the woods here in our particular locations.
It took 30 minutes to walk up your driveway, but I'm not a prowler. I just want to ask you some questions about the world.
Yeah, boy.
Independent survey. What do you think about the world today? Well, I think it's batshit crazy. I would have to agree.
Yeah. Oh man. You know what? I'm looking at the clock. We're at 2 hours. We're over 2 hours.
Okay.
Holy shit! We went all over the place.
Yeah.
I love it. I wouldn't have it any other way. Thanks, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. I'm trying to keep the format, you know. Tim, Raven, thank you for being on the panel with me. I would just be sitting here talking to R2, right? I got R2 sitting right here.
Samo said something here. Like when we discover places that got covered in a mud flood, whenever we find people, yeah, we ought to cover the mud flood soon here and talk about this.
Okay, I think that's the flood. Honestly, I think that's the flood. I think it's the same thing.
There's something that happened. There's something that happened though around the 1902.
Well,
the 1800s, because we've got these buildings. I will get into it. Let's do that for a future show.
Right. We can dive into that. I've looked into it, and it is part of the Industrial Revolution. but we can go into it and spell it out. We can cut it up a little bit, right?
Yeah, I got some
was-
stuff I can share with you.
It was a lot to do with the industrial
Tartaria. Yes. Scream Engine, you got that. Yep.
Tartaria. That was a real place.
Tartaria. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
That's good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But Tartaria, yeah, good.
And there's something about that because I tell you what, I got censored, and something really weird happened when I did a show on this with a guest who is very well connected with some of these groups that study nothing but Tartaria. And we have 2 backups at the radio station for recording. And we have a total of 3 because then the producer does her own private one on her equipment. All 3 of them blank after the show we did on Tartaria. And we had all kinds of interference that she could not pinpoint or correct during the show. And the guy that does the show right before me, he had done a show on Tartaria the week before, and none of his shit got recorded. So there was no record of that show ever having been aired.
Yep,
And that never happened before at the radio station in all these years.
That is why I am so big on secondary devices. Backup.
Well, that she did. She had there's a backup from our platform out of London, England, and then the one where she's at in California, and then her own private one. And all 3 of them, nothing.
I'm not talking about that kind of backup. That's like a linear thing. I'm talking about voice recorder right here. You know?
Oh.
A backup. Because
Okay.
if this fails and this fails,
Yeah.
and this fails, you have a device independent of all 3.
Redundant backups. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's okay. You said 3
Yeah.
failed.
Mm-hmm.
Have a voice recorder right there. Record all the screw ups. Sure, fine, whatever. It's right there.
Yeah.
You know, and it's on.
Next time I do that, I will. I'll have my own recording device for the Tartaria show because, yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. So,
Bring it, Raven. Bring it. And like you're using speakers, right?
I'm using laptop.
With speakers, but no headphones.
Right.
Okay.
Love you, Samo.
Record. Set it right there and forget about it.
Yeah.
Just don't let the raccoons run off with it because they like shiny.
No doubt. Okay, I'm sorry if I kept this another couple of minutes. I know you're trying to sign off, but I couldn't resist.
I hear you.
Good idea.
That's a good one. That's a good topic. That would be a topic for you to bring because I don't know much about it, and I got a lot going on.
I know. Yeah, you got a QuantumFest to put together, so
yeah. Okay, everybody in the chat room, thank you for coming by, hanging out. It's been great. I hope everyone enjoyed listening to us go back and forth. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is the quantum panel that I want. This is the kind of discussion I really want to have every week. Thank you
for having us.
Tomorrow, Renee.
Trying to get. I'm lagging so bad. Yeah.
Mulder, Agent Mulder.
Agent Mulder. Whee!
Nathan Mulder.
Yeah. Oh, Woo loved your delivery. You were on fire tonight. Thank you for your enthusiasm. Yes, I try to be enthusiastic, but God, I got so much going on. I can only enthuse so much. 24-hour period. Okay. I'm going to start pushing the buttons. Aussie is flashing that like rapid red light at me. I'm like, oh my gosh. So thanks, everybody.
Thanks, everybody.
Y'all have a good one. We got to take this behind and do the muggle work about in a QuantumFest. Thanks, everybody. Have a great night.
Y'all.
Keeping it quantum.
Keeping it quantum.
Love y'all. Like Tim said, I get my directions mixed up. I don't know where I'm going.
Put a whole bunch of